I don't have time to invest in the stock market. I hear that all of the time. But what if I told you you could beat the stock market in just 5 hours a month? In this video, I will show you how you can and should build a high performing portfolio in just 5 hours a month so that you can not only beat the market, but also have time to invest properly. Most people have this misconception that investing in the stock market requires 24/7 access, a finger on the pulse at all times, a TV screen blaring CNN, and if they are not in front of the computer, they will miss golden opportunities every single day. The truth is, it's just not accurate at all. Is that a way to do it? Yes. Are there other ways? Do other ways exist? And the answer is, of course. You see, I've helped over 7,000 professionals just like yourself master the markets. These are professionals, they're CEOs, they're business owners, they're real estate professionals, they're athletes, they're celebrities, they're musicians. These are people that have created a career in doing something that required a lot of time. And now they want time freedom. But they feel like the stock market is going to rob them of time freedom if they are truly to create incredible returns. But that could be farther from the truth. You see, active trading can be as active as you want it to be, an hour a week, even an hour a month. Ultimately, you simply have to know how. All right, so how do you do it? Here's step one. Every single week, carve out ahead of time and put it on your calendar as a weekly repeating time for when you're going to be able to review your stock portfolio. For me, I love Saturday mornings. From 7 a.m. till 9 a.m., those 2 hours a week, 1 hour a week, you can put a weekly reoccurring reminder on your calendar, click repeat, and put off into the rest of the future so that you, your family, your friends, your investors, they know that you are going to be sitting down from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8, from 8 to 9, and you're going to be reviewing your portfolio. On that Saturday morning, you get to review the week that just transpired, and then you get to review the week that's coming. Sit down and start really thinking about what you are going to do and specifically how you're going to do it. Step two, in the stock market, you can use broker tools to create conditional orders. Conditional orders are remarkable. They are essentially if-then statements that you can manage for free to create where you're going to enter and where you're going to exit ahead of time. Here's a great example. Have you ever heard of the company Robinhood? Robinhood effectively went from $40 a share to $60 a share in less than a month. Now, what's wild about that is that's well over a 30% return. And imagine if you created a conditional order that said, if Robinhood hit 40, then I will buy it. And then when it hits 60, sell it. And all of that can take place on a Saturday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. And you do everything ahead of time using automated conditional orders inside of your broker. This allows you to have crazy, insane freedom and flexibility. But the truth is, most people simply don't know how to fill out those orders. They don't know the right buttons, and they don't know exactly how to create the conditions. And the amazing news is, not only do I teach that, but most brokers will give you totally free walkthroughs and tutorials of how to do it as well. So ultimately, that information is extremely easy, wildly accessible, and it's free. So having direct access to the markets and being able to create orders ahead of time is extremely efficient and very, very simple to do. Step three, is you're going to create a watch list of companies. Companies that you use, interact with, and spend money with every day, every week, or every month. A great example would be Costco. Did you know that Costco has increased over 200% in the last 3 years? Now, that's wild to me. What's even more wild is you shop at Costco. You know what Costco is, and you probably spend $400 to $500 a month interacting with Costco, feeding your family and shopping there for your goods and services. And ultimately, you know and understand Costco. Will Costco go higher over time? Yeah, it will. And the more you keep interacting with it, the more you keep spending money there, and the more you keep using it. If you ever decide to not use Costco, if you ever don't shop there anymore, if you decide that it's awful and it sucks and you find something better, then guess what you can do? You can create, back to step two, an easy conditional order to exit at any time for a profit or even a small loss. Get liquid and then go put your money into something else like Robinhood or another company that's going to grow exponentially. Would you like to know what that company is? It's HIMS, H-I-M-S. HIMS is a healthcare company that is creating very easy and readily available prescriptions that people can order all online, extremely fast, extremely simple, and their profit margins are outrageous. The revenue has septupled over the last 3 or 4 months. And they're going to continue to grow. And HIMS has outperformed the market by a disastrous margin of 2x over the last 4 months. So this is another company that will continue to grow, that you can have exposure in, that you can study, that you can research, that you can interact with, and that you can use. Other companies like Uber, Delta Airlines, Norwegian Cruise Lines, these are all companies that you probably want to interact with, do interact with, or do use. You can create watch lists of companies that are massive in magnitude and interact with those companies to create 10, 20, 30, 40% returns a quarter. Because these companies do move that often, and being able to get in, to get out, and to create all of that ahead of time simply comes down to planning your week, creating your if-then statements in your conditional order form in your broker, and then interacting with the companies that you already know, already use, already understand, to not only beat the market, but to create incredible returns for yourself. And the best part, let's imagine that the stock is trading sideways. You've already seen me talk about this probably dozens of times, but when that stock is sitting there doing absolutely nothing, you can rent out that stock and bring in not only monthly income, but also decrease your cost basis by creating cash flow by renting out your stock. And your worst case scenario is you sell the stock at a higher price. But Jeremy, what if these stocks that I buy go down and they continue to go down? Would it be okay if I address in another video how to protect yourself in case your favorite company and your favorite stock takes a dramatic crash overnight? I'll do that in an upcoming video. So if you want more content about stocks, options, active trading, the markets, money, and wealth, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. As you know, it's free. And most importantly, if you want more information like this about active trading, click right there and we'll make sure to keep you engaged, entertained, and enriched.